Welcome to Audrey's Southern Cooking. My name is Nita. In case you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notification bell as well so you will get notified every time I have new videos. I have videos on Mondays and Thursdays. Grab your sweet tea and let's get to cooking. What are we going to cook today? We are going to make macaroni and cheese. Now this is not my recipe. This is a recipe that I had gotten it is from Sweetie Pies. If you've seen that on TV before, she gives out her recipe for mac and cheese, and I have never cooked it. I have not tasted it. So this is gonna be experience for all of us today. So let's move the camera down so we'll see what we need to have. Went ahead and cooked the elbow macaroni. It's 1 whole pound of, I bought the Barilla. You can use whatever you want, of elbows. I went ahead and cooked that a little al dente, which is mostly done. This is Colby Jack because she wanted a 1/2 pound of Colby cheese and a 1/2 pound of Monterey Jack. Well, I couldn't find the two separate, so I went ahead and just got 1 pound, or I've got 2 cups of this, so the Colby Jack, so they're mixed. We're gonna have 1 cup of sharp cheddar, 1 cup of mild cheddar. I have 1 pound of Velveeta cheese. I've already cut up and cubed. Then I have 1 can of Carnation evaporated milk and a 1.5 cups of regular milk. 1 cup of butter that I've already chopped, and 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. All right, so we're gonna put this in the pan. All right, one thing I did forget to mention was 3 eggs, and we're gonna mix that in our milk. And I apologize for my pan. It is well used. I'm just gonna put these eggs right in the milk here, and we're just gonna mix them with a fork. I'm gonna stir these up and we'll be right back. All right, I've got that mixed, so we're gonna add our pasta to the pan. I'm gonna hope this pan is big enough. It does say a 9 by 13, which is what this is. If I were you, I would probably go a little bit bigger. Because I would probably go a little bit bigger due to the fact that you want to have a little extra room for all your other ingredients. All right. That's going to be a big pan of macaroni and cheese. It'll be plenty big to feed a whole bunch of people. All right, so we're just basically going to pour everything else in here. I'm going to save a little bit of the cheese. It does say a 1/2 pound. Now this is a 1/2 pound. What we'll need to do is just save a little bit. I want to sprinkle some on the top. So what I'm going to do first is add the Velveeta. Now this is kind of sticky anyway, so I'm going to kind of break this up a little bit so we can get it all over our pan. We're going to have to mix it in, but I don't want a big clump right in the center. And if you get tired from doing all this chopping, don't forget to get your sweet tea. I have a recipe for the sweet tea on here on my YouTube channel. Now, if you're new here, I have put lemonade in my tea. Not always. That is something good you can add. Or fresh lemons. You can do that as well. We're going to put our butter. It is the same thing. It's kind of got stuck in here. It doesn't take butter long to start getting room temperature and it gets melty. Tell you what I might have to wind up doing is separating this out into 2 pans. So don't be surprised if I wind up doing that. The sour cream. I'm gonna go ahead and stir a little bit of this up so it won't be so much to stir up at once. Go ahead and sprinkle my sugar on. I'm gonna go ahead and add some cheese. Like I said, I'm gonna save some of this cheese to put it on the top. But I will put some aluminum foil under this just in case this bubbles over. I just have this feeling it's gonna make a mess. And what I'm probably gonna do, like I'd said, I'm gonna go ahead and, once I get all this mixed, I'm going to, now I'm gonna add my mild cheddar. I just put some sharp in there. I know it's hard to tell the difference, and what I'm gonna save, I've got about this much in each bag so far that I'm just gonna sprinkle on the top. Now, if you want to add panko crumbs, it did not say to add that, but I don't see why you could not. It's gonna be huge. I think I'm gonna have to get another pan. This is the Colby Jack. I am not sure if you can just actually tell how high this is. This is where my hand's at. I think I would need another pan. So I'm gonna stop here and let me figure out, I'm gonna have to put this in a separate pan. Okay, so I have my 2 pans now, and I'm gonna finish adding my ingredients. So I'm taking half of my milk mixture, I'm gonna pour here. And I'm gonna pour the other half over here. I shook my carnation milk really good and I opened the can. We're gonna half it. All right, I'm just gonna stir this up real good. Like I said, I'd never made this recipe before. Now I know we're gonna have to have several pans for this. I'm gonna add a little salt. Mix that in, and then I'm gonna go ahead, and I've got my oven at 350. And I've already got that preheated. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some of this cheese on the top. All right, let's get some more cheese on the top. I'm gonna mix these up so that we have a little bit of everything. That was my Kobe Jack. I'm putting mild on now. Covering all the little bare spots. And now my sharp. All right. I'm gonna put these in the oven at 350. Like I said, they'll bake for 30 to 40 minutes, and I'll be back when I'm taking them out of the oven. All right, welcome to the counter. I have my mac and cheese fresh out of the oven, and it is super, super hot. So let's take a look at that because I don't want to pick this up. Look at that. Look at the edges on this one. Let me try to pick this pan up for you. Look at those brown edges. Remember, I transferred from this pan over here because I had way too much. I already took some out so it could cool off just a little bit. So let's pull the camera back up so we can taste it. Okay, let's try this and see how good this is. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the steam, but it's still hot. So I'm gonna take a baby bite. Got a little bit of that edge, so it's crunchy. And it was boiling when it came out of the oven, so. I'm trying not to be loud, but that will make you want to smack somebody. That's what I always say. Oh my gosh. All right, so that was the recipe for Sweetie Pie's macaroni and cheese. You can find that on a website, anywhere. I just put in Southern macaroni and cheese and found that. I'm gonna put the recipe in the bottom and the description, along with, I will get the copy of that. I'll get the link and put it in the description for you as well. Again, if you haven't seen my channel before, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next video we do. All right, don't forget your sweet tea. I'll see you in the next video.